Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Bellator fight prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting some of the key fights for Bellator 265 Kongo versus Karatanov. So without further ado, let's get to the first fight that I'll be predicting. So in our first fight, we have in the middleweight division, Fabio Aguilar versus Taylor Johnson. But yeah, excuse that typo right there. Fabio, well, it's not even a typo, that grammatical error. Fabio Aguilar versus Taylor Johnson. I don't know if they say it different in Brazil, but yeah, Mexican people and other stuff be like Aguilar. But let's just roll with it. How I see this one right here is Aguilar looks like an ankle diver, or this guy that is desperate to drag the fight to the ground by any means necessary, but doesn't really have the best skills at getting it there. A lot of times it's muscled or force or just clinging on to get people to the ground. But Taylor Johnson's takedown defense and wrestling and all that whatnot, as far as controlling and the position, is far more advanced than Aguilar, far more skilled, far more technical, and should easily be able to shut down Aguilar's takedowns attempts and really make them look sad. On the feet, Johnson's striking isn't all that evolved himself either, but he's at least more competent on the feet. I can see him just stuffing the takedowns and knocking them out, or just sprawling heavily on some of Aguilar's takedown attempts, or just reversing position and slamming Aguilar to the ground and finish him off with ground and pound. But either way, I think Johnson gets him out there in the second round. I feel like it's going to be a case of just really making it look easy in the grappling exchanges, like really, especially the wrestling exchanges, getting the better position on Aguilar, scoring the takedowns on Aguilar, touching him up on the feet, then just breaking him down, reverse him, drag him to the ground, and finish him off with ground and pound in that second round. So in this fight, I have Taylor Johnson via second round TKO. Now to our next fight, we have it was like a catchweight bout. It's at 140, so I don't know if this is featherweight or, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to say featherweight. Or bantamweight, but in between. But I'm going to say featherweight. We got Jornel Lugo versus Keith Lee. And right now on Tapology, Lugo is a heavy favorite for whatever reason. I look at his fights. He's pretty good. He's pretty solid. But it definitely doesn't like he fought the best competition just yet. I feel like Keith Lee has definitely fought some of the better competition. All he had to do is drop one name, Rafion Stoss, and what he just did to Magomed. So that dude's a beast, and Keith Lee had a real competitive fight with him. So it's not like Keith Lee has definitely been in with far better competition, where Lugo's been in there with like really entry-level competition. Keith Lee has been there with some guys that have been around the block, another Sean Bunch, another solid fighters, and beat him. So he's been in there with much better competition, in my opinion. Lugo just has not really fought the best competition at all, but he got good skills, got a good like base he's building upon, and like both young fighters, and both with a lot of skill and a lot of talent. But I do think Keith Lee's grappling, striking, I think relatively even. Matter of fact, I might give Lugo a slight edge in the striking. Speed, Lee. Strength, probably Lee. Wrestling, definitely Lee. Positional control and awareness, Lee. So I feel like that's what's going to be the difference. I feel like striking will be relatively close, but I feel like Lee will be able to score takedowns, be creative out there, mix it up in the middle, find and time some nice takedowns, get some control over Lugo. I feel like Lugo will be able to create good scrambles, but Lee constantly will be the one engaging in the grappling, engaging in wrestling, and securing takedowns, securing positions, and be able to win a pretty close, tight matchup with Lugo, but that will be edged off the takedowns of Lee and the control of Lee and the positioning of Lee and just experience in this fight. Even though Lee does have more experience. He has 7 wins versus 6 wins for Lugo, but he does have 4 losses. But all of that is experience, and he's fought much better competition, especially as of late. So I got Keith Lee in this one via decision. Now to our next fight. We have in the heavyweight division, Marcelo Golm versus Billy Swanson. And flat out, I think Golm can beat Swanson wherever he wants to. I feel like he's going to knock him out if he don't need to take him down and submit him. Really, Swanson striking is horrendous, and he really is the one that drags his fight to the ground. Like, he'll be getting outstriked by people outside of Walmart. Then he'll drag him to the ground, mount him, and like tap him out or TKO him. So the guy overall skill set is very low. Like I said, this outside Walmart tier is like not backyard street fighting tier, not amateur MMA level, not YouTube boxing level. This guy is outside Walmart level. And unless he proves me wrong, big wrong, that's what he is until proven otherwise. I think Golm, like I said, can win it any way he wants. But I think really he's going to use his grappling in the defense. Swanson's probably going to try to go heavily for a takedown after getting picked apart on the feet. But then Golm is going to take his back or just flatten him out and then just pound on him and finish the fight. And I think it happens in the first round. So in this fight, I have Marcelo Golm via first round TKO. Now on to our next fight we have in the welterweight division, Logan Storley versus Dante Shiro. And how I see this one right here is Shiro really has nothing for Storley, not striking, not grappling. I just see Storley just like bulldozing right through this dude. So I don't know how I got tongue tied on that, but just straight bulldozing to this dude, just take him down, grinding him out. And I actually didn't get in a stoppage late just from the pressure to take down the ground and pound. Matter of fact, not even late. It's gonna be early. I think it's in the first round. Take him down, ground and pound him out in the very first round via TKO. So in this fight, I got Logan Storley via first round TKO. Now to our co-main event, we have in the featherweight division, JJ Wilson versus Adam Borics. And at first I was trying to lean to JJ Wilson, but really experience is not there as far as at least against the top tier competition, or at least some of the better competition. And Borics does have experience against some of the standout competition. Like he still himself is a very young fighter, still has a lot of growing to do, especially in grappling, fight IQ, fight awareness, and a lot of different stuff in those areas. But he is not short on talent or skill, and neither is Wilson. But I definitely think Borics is the better talent at this moment, and definitely the more experienced fighter. And I feel like Wilson's going to be almost a little bit predictable, trying to go for the takedown. And on the feet, I feel like Borics is striking just on a different tier right now, and just be picking them apart. Yeah, Borics just be picking them apart on the feet. That's about it. And as far as takedowns, Borics has looked a little bit deficient in wrestling defense and takedown defense at times, and also grappling defense. I feel like he's sharpened up a bit, and like he's going to be expecting that from JJ Wilson. So it's not going to be a case of you don't know what this guy is bringing. And it's not like JJ Wilson is so proven and so solid in one area, like in that grappling, that even if you do know he's going to do it, like you like have no hope to even defend it regardless. So I feel like in the case of Borics going to be more than prepared for what JJ Wilson is bringing. And I'm not saying Wilson is no slouch on the feet, but I definitely think Borics is the cleaner striker. So I think it's going to be a case of, I see it as a pretty close decision. I think Wilson's going to be trying to hold on to him, latch on him, and try to make it, put up a good fight, and not give Borics that breather. And like I said, make it a very tough fight. Try to mix in the grappling, try to mix in the takedown, try to latch onto him, try to tap him, try to keep the cage small. But Borics going to be able to find that space, land his shots, keep it clean, and put up more value and put up the cleaner strikes in a pretty close, tight matchup. But I think Borics is able to get the decision. Like in a very close fight, Borics gets his hand raised. So in this fight, I have Adam Borics via decision. Now to our main event, we have in the heavyweight division, Kongo versus Sergey Karatanov. And how I see this one right here. So, different ways it may lean. You might see Kongo that was, on his way out of the UFC, or was like his last fight in the UFC. You pick Sergey Karatanov all day. Different runs of Bellator, maybe like his first run, maybe early on, maybe mid, maybe even end of that first run in Bellator. I'm not like he left Bellator, but he had different title runs, or attempts to get to the title. But yeah, at different points you could pick Karatanov, and also at different points in Karatanov's career you would pick him over Kongo. And even right now, like I think on Tapology he's the favorite. Fight odds I don't really know, but I don't really care too much. I'm leaning to based off of what I'm saying. Now right now I'm leaning to Kongo. Just spoiler alert, I'm leaning to Kongo in this one. Height is identical. Kongo have longer reach. Sergey Karatanov I think has better hands. I think Kongo overall has better power. I think Karatanov is a little bit sharper with actually a lot better, sharper with his strikes, like cleaner. But I think the biggest factor for me in this fight, also Kongo's stronger, better in the clinch. Karatanov has been brutalized in the clinch in the past by Alistair Overeem, I think someone else, but definitely the Overeem first fight kind of comes to mind. But stuff to look at. But where I'm leaning most to Kongo, and why I'm leaning Kongo most in this one, is for recency. What has he been doing recently compared to Karatanov? Karatanov's been on like vacation as far as the opponents he's been fighting. He's been on vacation. This man been eating, his belly getting nice and big. And Kongo don't really got a six-pack in the frame he got anymore, because he like damn near 50. Karatanov's like 41, but I'm all over the place with this thing. But basically Karatanov's been on this not retirement, but like on his vacation tour, beating up 49-year-old former boxing world champions who just on they're getting paid probably like a 6-fight contract, go down to Russia and get beat up by some of these Russian fighters to make them look good, make them feel good about themselves that they beat a boxing world champion, even though he's 49, and just there to lay down and give them wins. So he was part of that. Even fighting low-tier boxers outside of that. And, there's MMA fighters that just aren't of that caliber right now. Whereas Kongo has been fighting, people that have been in the title picture of Bellator, in the title picture are actual relevant titles and relative competition. Like, whereas our relevant competition been on, like Karatanov been on that vacation tour. So I feel like Karatanov gonna come here a bit soft, not a motivated. He been out there in these fights kind of pity patting that time. When he go for that kill shot, he sharpen up a little bit. But for the most part, he been out there, touch the body out there, playing around. Like I say, this man looking kind of soft and not really, fighting with that hunger a little bit. Like I say, he playing around too much. And I feel like Kongo is right now and still in the mode where he's still, even though in his great age, still trying to accomplish stuff, still trying to be the best. So I feel like Kongo being there sharp, gonna be hungrier. I feel like he'll definitely be the stronger man, especially with a soft Karatanov. Also, what Linton Vassell did to him. So I feel like Kongo will be able to bully him in the clinch, land knees to the body, try to tie his arms up so he can't really box as much. Then land his own short, heavy shots in there. And really just be able to muscle Karatanov around there, kick his legs up. Also, Karatanov haven't been with somebody that's going to be kicking him that heavy, hit him that hard, tagging that hard, hitting him back hard. Not just people there with not even a bit of power in himself and just, he could just touch up and not just walk through. So Kongo definitely has some big shots, and I feel like Karatanov be out there playing a little too much, getting knee to the body, getting beat up, getting bullied a little bit. Then gonna try to let his hands go, be laid back, and then try to let his hands go. And then Kongo gonna have walking right to the counter, touch him up, put him back against the cage, land some knees, land some elbows, and take advantage of the guy who coming off vacation in his Hawaiian shirt. Put some knees to that soft body, put some touches on his chin, kick those legs. While he been because he been refusing to exit the table and been eating all those chicken wings, and just take advantage of a fighter, like I said, that's been on vacation. Now he coming back and he's in real competition. Like, it's not gonna be the same thing. He gonna get a wake up call. He gonna get slept. I think Kongo puts him out probably late. I'm gonna say mid part of that second round after battering his knees and battering his body, digging some knees in there, elbows. Have him against the cage. When he try to X off the cage with a punch, walk right into a right hand drop and finish off in that second round. So in this fight, I have checked Kongo via second round TKO. And that concludes my fight predictions for some of the key fights for Bellator 265, Kongo versus Karatanov. And as always, thanks for watching.